to be taking you through a upper body workout with Women's Health today. Now, I'm so excited to actually be here. This is so amazing. But this workout is going to be a full upper body workout using dumbbells only. Now, I am training from home right now, as I'm sure a lot of us are. So I wanted this workout to be as easy and as simple as possible. So if you have a set of dumbbells, that's amazing. If you only have the one dumbbell, that's fine. You can just do one side at a time, which I do a lot of the time anyway. Or if you have a kettlebell or any other kind of weight, then I've made this workout so that it's very easy to adapt and that you can do it with whatever weight you've got at home. Now, speaking of adapting and accessibility, if you guys didn't know, I'm obviously a wheelchair user. I'm paralysed from the waist down. So my main aim of this workout was to really make it as accessible as possible and to show other wheelchair users examples of different exercises that you can do from the comfort of your own home, and then hopefully maybe take them into the gym when it gets a bit safer and we can all return to the gyms. But if you're not a wheelchair user, of course you can get involved, get a little upper body pump on with us. That's totally fine. I just wanted this workout to be as inclusive as possible, an example of different exercises that you can do even if you are using a wheelchair today. So I hope that's cleared everything up. This is just going to be a really simple upper body workout. It's actually going to be a circuit. You don't have to do this workout as a circuit if you don't want to. You can just do 3 sets of maybe 10 or 12 reps of each exercise, but we are going to do it as a circuit today, get it quick, done, out the way, and show you how you can get a quick workout in daily. So I will take you through that. Don't worry, if you're feeling a little bit apprehensive, if you're feeling a little bit nervous, it's fine. I'm going to talk you through it all. So before we can get right into the workout, we need to start with our stretches. So I'm going to come a little bit back so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Our first stretch is going to be the piriformis stretch. So we're going to take our leg up like this. Now, if you're not a wheelchair user, you can do this just sitting on the ground. But as you can see, I've got my ankle just resting slightly on my knee, making sure that my ankle is not bent there and that it is sitting comfortably and not twisted. And just applying a minimal amount of pressure to my knee and leaning slightly forward just to get a good stretch on there. Now this stretch is really important, I think, for everyone to be doing because our piriformis muscle is basically deep down in the glute and it doesn't get stretched enough, but especially as a wheelchair user where you spend a prolonged amount of time sitting, it's really important to making sure that you're looking after your hips and your glutes. Obviously doing one at a time. I'm going to swap over and do this side bit. Leaning slightly forward there as well and get a nice stretch on our back. This is a really nice stretch to add in if you've been working at home at your desk as well. Just in between, you know, meetings online. Lovely, and we're done with that one. We are going to move on to a shoulder stretch. So you're going to take your arm across your body like this. This arm just coming under, and you should feel a nice stretch along your shoulder joint just here. Shoulder care is so important as a wheelchair user because you use your shoulders so much for pushing a wheelchair. When you're pushing your wheelchair, your main action is actually coming from your anterior delt. Everyone always thinks it's your arm, but it's not. It's your anterior delt, it's your shoulder. So we want to make sure we're looking after them. We don't want them injured. I've already done a stretching routine this morning as well. Stretching is so important. I'm going to go in now with a tricep stretch. So we're going to bring this arm up like this. My palm is just going to be resting just on the bottom of my neck here, with this arm coming up here and just resting here just to keep it secure and in place. You should feel a nice stretch along your tricep muscle just here. Now when it comes to stretches, as a coach, I always say there's not a specific amount of time that you should be doing stretches for, because to be honest, the amount of time that I do stretches for changes from day to day. Like today, I've already done a stretching routine in the morning, so I feel pretty ready to work out, but I'm just doing another stretch before my workout as a precaution. But you might feel that, like, if you've been sitting down for longer or you've not stretched in a while, you might need to do a bit of a longer stretch before your workouts. It really is individual, and the more time you spend working out and the more time you spend stretching, you'll really work out what works for you and how long you need to be stretching for. But this is one of my favourite stretches. It feels so nice. My poor little triceps are getting overworked. squeaky chair. Okay, lovely. Now that we're feeling all stretched and all warmed up, ready to go, we are going to get straight in with the circuit. Now, as I said, they are dumbbells for this circuit, so I'm going to bring them over here. And I'm going to talk you through a little bit about what we are going to do. Right, so before we get into it, we're going to aim for 10 reps for each exercise for this circuit. And as I said, this circuit is it's going to hit every muscle group in your upper body. So, what I want you to do is I want you to do 10 reps for each exercise. We're going to start with a shoulder press. It's very simple, don't worry, I will talk you through when we do it. We're going to start with the shoulder press, and then we're going to go into the incline bench press with the dumbbells as well, and I will talk you through how to create an incline position. We are then going to do a dumbbell row to hit our back as well, and then finishing with the bicep curl and then with the tricep extension. Okay, so once we've done one round of each exercises, so 10 reps of one exercise, we are then going to have a 45-second rest, and I will time it on my phone here for us. And then we're going to go straight into the next exercise. So let's say 10 reps of the shoulder presses, and then the 45-second rest, and then 10 reps of the incline bench, and then so on and so forth. But I hope you're ready. We're going to get into the workout now. Just try and get ourselves sort of hyped up. You know when you drink too quick and then it like repeats on your throat? That's exactly what I've just done before I started filming. Okay, so we've got 2 of our dumbbells here. I'm going to do one arm at a time actually, because that's what I feel more comfortable with, especially with wearing parallettes from the waist down. So if you want to do one arm at a time, that is absolutely fine. I feel that allows you to concentrate more on your balance. So we're going to take our dumbbell up like this. Resting our other one here, you can put this down on the floor if you want to. I'm going to hold on to the side of the chair just for a bit of balance, making sure that my shoulder is in a very good position there. My arms feel very sturdy. They're not coming out too far like this. They are nice up straight like that, and my shoulder is retracted and relaxed as well. I'm not putting too much pressure on it. And we are going to push up. Very simple, but honestly one of my favorite exercises. Now you'll see, even though this is a circuit, and I feel like people feel like when they do circuits they feel like they need to rush through them, but that is exactly not what I want you to do. 6 reps, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, even though this is a circuit, we want to take care and make sure that we're keeping good form and that we are not rushing through it. I think it's always better to spend longer doing something and do it correct, because we don't want to risk an injury, especially when we're exercising with weights. And I apologise for the squeaky chair that I am using today. 8, 9, 10. Lovely. I'm going to have a quick rest. "45 seconds. If you've got some water, feel free to drink some of your water. I know I get through so much while I'm working out. It's so important to stay hydrated. It sounds like a long rest period, 45 seconds, but trust me, when you're resting, it goes so much quicker than you think it's going to. Okay, so our next exercise is going to be the incline bench press. So I'm going to come over here in a little bit and I'm going to show you how I get into my incline bench press position, because it's a little bit different for me as a wheelchair user. If you're not a wheelchair user, then you can just do this laying on the floor at home. I would just make sure that your back is comfortable and that you are not putting it into any uncomfortable position. So say like I have a tile flooring here, I would be very wary of laying on that and just making sure that you're not having anything that's sticking into your back and that you are not uncomfortable, because obviously it's very important to be protecting our back and our spine. So for this one, we're going to use 2 dumbbells. And I'm going to get them ready like this on the side of the wheels, and then hump forward like that, That is all hip and upper body action. And then I'm going to sit back very, very carefully like this, making sure that my spine is straight. That has created an incline bench position in the wheelchair like that. And it might take you a little while when you first do this to get comfy and kind of really work out what works for you, because obviously every chair is different. We are then, when we're ready and when you feel ready to go, we're going to go in for another 10 reps. Now, I always find when I'm doing chest exercises, doing them in an incline position, I feel so much easier to engage with my chest. Where I have very strong anterior delts, if I do them sitting upwards in a 90-degree position, I always find that my anterior delts take over. 45-second rest again, and then we are going to go into the dumbbell row. Now, what you probably noticed about this workout is it's not very hard and fast. I want you to take your time, really focus on your breathing and focus on what we are doing with the weights and with the muscles. I don't want you to come in, rush it and feel like you need to get it done and quick and, you know, bish bosh bash, as my dad normally says, when you're running in and doing things quickly. We want to take our time with it, really enjoy it and really think about what we're doing with the weights. But the next exercise is going to be a dumbbell row. So I'm going to move slightly over like this. Now again, I'm going to be using one dumbbell for this. Put this here. There we go, rest period up. Now it might take you a little while to find your positioning for these exercises, but that's totally fine. For our dumbbell row, we want something to be leaning in front of, something sturdy. So that could be a table, a chair, whatever it is. We're going to use our hand that we are not working and we are going to rest on it just like this. So we're going to take this dumbbell, leaning slightly forward, again making sure our spine is straight. I've got really short arms, so I'm going to go into a fist position to make sure that I can actually get clearance. And we are then going to do a dumbbell row like this. Now this exercise took me a really long time to get used to when I was first started doing it as a wheelchair user. Because it can be really hard sometimes to manoeuvre the weights around the wheelchair, but we are just going to pull back like this, squeeze our back muscles when we get to here, and then almost like we're stretching down with the dumbbell. Lovely, that's that side done. Obviously we're doing one side at a time. I'm going to move on and do this side now. Now you won't be able to see it because of where the chair and the camera is, but it's exactly the same on the other side. And 10. Lovely. Quick 45-second rest. And I swear, I feel like as we're going more and more through the workout, the rest period feels shorter and shorter. Again, hydrating if you feel that you need to. Lovely, thank you. Right, next exercise, we are moving into a very basic exercise. I'm sure many of you probably know it, and that is the bicep curl. Now again, I'm going to do this exercise one arm at a time. mainly just for balance. Again, if I'm doing 2 arms at a time, I do find that it throws me off my balance a little bit where I'm paralysed from the waist down. But if you feel like you can do 2 arms at a time and you want to do that, that's absolutely totally fine with me. So we're going to take this one dumbbell, again, hand we're not using, on the side of the wheel. Now for this one, it's very important we're keeping our elbow tucked into our rib cage like that. Stretching it all the way down as much as you can get clearance of. Obviously the range of motion is a little bit restricted where I'm using the wheelchair here, but the main thing is keeping that elbow tucked in and that we are using the bicep muscles to bring the dumbbell up to our face and to control it back down. A lot of the time you see people just swinging the dumbbell and really using momentum to control the movement, but we don't want to do that. We want to use our muscles. Again, other hand. Four, 5. And being careful when you're bringing it up to your face. I've seen many people, many times, going too hard and too fast and hitting themselves in the face with dumbbells, and we absolutely do not want that to happen today. Okay, lovely. Quick break. How are we all doing? I'm not gonna lie, it's really simple workout on paper, but when you get to doing it, it's a lot more tricky than it looks. Thank you. Right, our next and final exercise is going to be a tricep extension. Now you can do this with both arms if you want to. So you'll take the dumbbell up like this and do your tricep extension like this, with your dumbbell obviously being between your palms. I am this time going to do it with 1 arm at a time, just because I think that would be good for you guys to see. Now this can be more difficult if you have a heavy weight, but I find it a lot better for my shoulders to do 1 arm at a time, because when you've got both arms behind your head, it is quite hard on your shoulder mobility. And I just feel like when I'm not focusing or worrying so much about my shoulders, I do get a better engagement with my triceps. So we're stretching up like this, squeezing our tricep muscle along here, and then bringing it back down. Again, being careful not to hit ourselves in the back of the head. Place your arm here if you like to, just to stabilise your arm. Obviously we don't want this hand to be taking all of the weight of the dumbbell and to be making it easier, but sometimes it is nice just to guide the arm and almost give that little bit of a mental check and make you feel a little bit more secure about having the dumbbell in this position. Okay, lovely. Now that is the first round done. You can give yourself a very big round of applause. You have done very well so far, but we are not done yet. I'm trying to mentally hype myself up this second round now. I feel like the second's the hardest round. We're going to be doing 3 rounds in total, by the way. So we've got this round to go here. Lovely, thank you. I'm thanking the phone like it's actually doing something for me. So we've done the 1 round, we're going in for the second, and then our 3rd round will be our final round. So I want you to give it that little bit more oomph now. Now we've been through it the first time, you know what to expect. This second round, I really want to see the oomph coming from you. And yes, oomph is a technical term. I want to see that power. Right, my lovely people, are we ready to go? I hope we are, because I am. Okay, now straight back, bracing the core, this hand on the wheel as normal, picking up our dumbbell, we're going in with a shoulder press, remember? 10 reps each side. You want to do both at the same time, remember that's absolutely fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down, swap sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's that one done. Remember, 45-second rest. Start a timer. Right, 40 seconds to rest from there. And then remember, we're going in with the incline bench press. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about that exercise. I personally love working out my chest. I feel like it's really neglected by a lot of women. I really wish I see more women being more enthusiastic about training their chest, because our chest is such a big muscle group in our body. It is so important that we are training it and that we are creating a strong base for the rest of our body. Lovely, let's get into position. Brakes on, wheelchair users. Don't forget that. There's nothing worse than going to get into position and realising you forgot to put your brakes on. Right, dumbbells at the side, leaning forward. Now when we're sitting back very gently. We don't want to put too much weight and too much pressure on the back of our chair. You might hear a bit of Velcro snapping from mine. That's just where I'm currently in the process of waiting for a new Velcro strap on my chair. So I might be making a little bit of noise, but that's absolutely fine. It's still safe. We're all good to go. Okay, lovely. Into position. Chest up towards the sky, spine straight and pushing up. Bringing it back down. Like this. It's a little bit harder when you've got handles on the back of your chair because it can be a little bit restricting on your shoulders, but that's absolutely fine. 3, 4, 5, halfway there. 6, 7, nearly there. 8, 9 and 10. Lovely. And that's coming back up again, dumbbells on the side, sitting slightly forward. This can be quite hard if you haven't got very good balance, so maybe if it's your first time, just take it a little bit slow, take it easy. And then using our upper body and hips, sitting back. I like to talk you guys through that because I know a lot of people sometimes watch me do it so quickly and they're like, how did you do that? Comes with practice. Right, again, a quick break. I'll put the timer on there. And then remember, our next exercise is a dumbbell row. Put this one down because we only need the one for dumbbell row. Hydrate if you need to. Lovely. Remember, into position in front of something sturdy. You don't want something that is going to fall away from you, as I'm sure you all probably learned in the first round. Right. Preparing your weight. Palm forward. Remember, I use a fist just because my arms are very short. Taking our dumbbell like this, and then again starting in a stretched down position like that. You can see the dumbbell's just here, and then we're going to
bring the dumbbell up to our chest like this, squeezing our back muscles as we do it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely, switching arms, so I'm just going to move right here like we did last time. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. You're doing really, really well. That was also a mental note to myself. We are doing amazing. We are smashing this. Quick break, 40 seconds. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Hydrate if you need to. Just 2 more exercises left in this round. You're doing so well. You are smashing this. Coming to get ready for the bicep exercise. Personally, my favourite exercise in the round. Brakes on, back stable and comfy. This hand on here. Remember, you can do both arms at the same time if you want to. Elbow tucked into the rib cage, dumbbell up near the face, and slowly bringing your dumbbell down like this. Contracting the bicep muscle and bringing it back up to your face. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Swap the weights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I feel like I may have missed a rep, so 1 for luck. There we go, just to be sure. Don't want no bad karma. Quick rest, 40 seconds. And then we are on to our final exercise of this round. I feel like this round has gone a lot quicker. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the energy. I'm hyped. And for the next round is our tricep exercise. You know what I'm going to say? Hydrate if you need to. Let's go. Cool, let's go. Okay, as we did last time, I'm going to be doing 1 arm at a time. You are more than welcome to do 2 at a time, as always with all the exercises. Just like that, gripping the top of our dumbbell. Again, I'm going to use this arm just to stabilise and make myself feel a little bit more confident. But it's not taking all of the weight off of the actioning arm there. 3, squeezing this tricep muscle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Swapping arms, making sure your wrists are comfortable throughout this exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's the second round finish. Give yourself a massive round of applause. But don't, you're gonna rest, okay? You're gonna rest a minute and a half again, but we still got one more round to come back for. So a minute and a half rest, hydrate if you need to, and then we're gonna go in for what I wanna call the power round, okay? This round, I really want you to give it everything you've got. It's your last round. You wanna give it everything you've got on your last round. Last set, best set. Getting powered up, ready to go. Hyping ourselves up for the final round. Final round, it's got to be the best, remember, on to the best. Just waiting for that alarm tone and then I'm ready to go. Cracking. Right, back in, you know the deal by now. Starting off with our shoulder press. One arm here, hand on here to stabilise. One arm at a time, both if you want to, and we're going to go for our 10 reps as normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, down and swap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, down, and then our quick rest. 40-second timer. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Have a guess, take a guess. Hydrate if you need to. Hydration station. I'm actually feeling okay right now. I feel like I've drunk so much throughout this workout. It's like sustaining me at the moment. Right, remember our next exercise is our incline bench press. Now hopefully over the last few rounds you've got a little bit more comfortable with that position, whether you're doing it on the floor or in a chair like this. I actually do it in the incline position like I do now in the gym as well, because doing it on the bench just isn't stable enough for me, like my balance and my core and stuff. So this is how I'm used to doing it, and obviously doing it like this for several years now, I've just built up a little bit of confidence doing it. So if you feel like, oh god, I look like I'm doing it a lot quicker, a lot more smoothly than what you are, it's because I've been practicing it for years now. So don't be, you know, worried if it's taking you a little bit longer to get used to the incline position. It does come with confidence. As everything, practice makes perfect. Dumbbells at the side, jumping slightly forward and leaning back very gently, not putting too much weight on the back of the chair. Dumbbells up, down a little bit more I think, making sure your hair's not caught in the back. And then we're going to go in for the press. Chest up towards the sky, straight spine, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's that done. Dumbbells at the side, sitting up slightly and then jumping back. Right, it's time for our little rest, 40 seconds. And our next exercise is our dumbbell row. So you want to make sure you've got your sturdy surface to lean in front of. Hydrate if you need to. You know the deal. Right, getting into position, nice and ready. These breaks just get shorter and shorter every time, I swear it. I swear by it. Ready to go. Yeah, thank you. Lovely. So, palm out in front, wrist for me with my short little arms. Making sure our spine is straight and comfortable. Our dumbbell down by our feet. We are going to bring the dumbbell up towards our chest and row. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazing. Right, moving round for our other arm. Obviously now I'm going to very rudely put my back to you. I am sorry. Leaning out in front, straight spine. Going for 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway there. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Amazing work. Quick little rest. Do you know what I'm going to say? Hydration station. All aboard, kids. Remember, our next exercise is our bicep exercise. My favourite one of the round. Don't know why, I just love it. Okay, getting into position. Okay, we're ready to go. One arm stabilising, this side, dumbbell in the other, starting up here, and then slowly bringing our arm down as much as we can. Squeezing the bicep muscle, making sure we're not smacking ourselves in the face. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down and swap. Proper curls for the girls, this is. Right, one arm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Quick little break, and you've only got one more exercise left to go. You have done so amazing. We have done so amazing today. Give yourself a big round of applause. No, wait, let's hold off the applause because that makes us feel like we're done. Hold on just a second. One more exercise, and then we can applaud each other. I always feel like when it comes to the last exercise of a workout, I'm just so raring to go and get it over and done with. That anyone else is the same. Right, lovely, getting into position. We stay here like we did last time. Making sure we're holding the dumbbell comfortably for our wrists. One arm on the side or up here to stabilise, up to you and what you feel more comfortable with. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, over halfway, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Beautiful. And then just one more arm to go. Stabilise here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Beautiful work. Let's put this dumbbell down safely. Make sure that doesn't roll off there. Problem with dumbbells, they're always going to roll. Now give yourself a big round of applause. You have done beautifully. Well done. That was 3 very challenging rounds there. Especially if you're not used to training upper body, it can feel like a bit of a shock when you start putting yourself through your paces. But well done. You have done so amazing. Don't run off just yet. We need to stretch. We need to cool down and prepare our body to move from exercise to our rest of our day. So what we're going to do, what I like to do first of all, is because I feel like when I come out of the gym or when I come out of a workout, I'm all hyped up. So I like to just restore my body with just some breathing. Just breathe in. And out like this. Okay, lovely. You both are a lot more calm. Just 3 deep breaths makes such a difference to your day. Right, now we're going to have a little stretch. I'll start off with our shoulders. And again, we're going to stretch across just like this, just like we did earlier. You can look to the side, get a little stretch on your neck there, or you can keep a nice straight neck forward. I feel like my voice has gone so much softer and more monitoring now that we're stretching. Oh, lovely. And the other side. Brilliant. Let's go with our tricep stretch as well, as we've worked our triceps very hard today. Now be honest with me, how many of you normally stretch your cool down, your stretch after the gym? I know many people do. I'm always having that inner battle with myself of, Sophie, don't you skip your stretching. It's very, very important. It's going to help to reduce your muscle soreness the next day. If you're going to get if you feel like you normally experience DOMS, it's going to help to reduce your risk of DOMS. It's going to reduce your risk of injury. It's very, very important that we are stretching after our workouts. It's always nice just to listen to your body and feel how you need to move it. Right, now I'm going to stretch out our back as well. This can sometimes be a little bit harder to do when we're in the chair, and there are so many great exercises, stretching exercises that you can do in and out of the chair to stretch your back. This is one of my favourite ones, so I'm just putting my hands just on the front of my chair here, and I'm just going to lean forward like this, just a little bit like we did in the dumbbell row. But I'm going to put my neck towards the sky like this, keeping my spine straight and really just stretching out. That's my upper back and my thoracic spine there, keeping my arms straight, just looking up like this. Making sure that I'm nice and sturdy. And I'm going to lean forward and get a nice stretch on my hips and more of my lower back just here. This can feel a little bit daunting to do, so if you feel like you're maybe not up to it, maybe do it in front of something just like we did the dumbbell row with the chair. Obviously I've got things on my chair here, but you can clear your surface area and just stretch forward nicely like this with your arms out on the chair in front. That'll give you that little bit more stability and just that little bit more confidence when you're doing something that is throwing your balance off a little bit. we all feel worked out? Do we all feel stretched? Most importantly, do we all feel hydrated? Don't forget to hydrate throughout your sessions and obviously after your session as well. It's very, very important. Hydration station, kiddos. I want to see you all there. Right, thank you so much for joining me for this workout today, guys. I hope you all really, really enjoyed it. I hope you had a great time. I hope that you've maybe learned something new, and if not, you just had a fun morning with me. So, and I will maybe see you for the next one. Thank you, Women's Health, for having me. I will see you next time that I see you. Take care. Bye.